Incoming hostiles detected.
This is not a cheat, nor a glitch. What you see is real. This build can handle heroic mode with 4 active directive and dealing damage to multiple enemies at once, and you can see our tons of damage. This build will help you deal with missions, convoys, control points, whether you are playing solo or in a group. Sit back, relax, click like and subscribe button while watching this video guide. Great day agents, this build guide can handle heroic mode with 4 directives. Yes, you heard it right. 4 directives active, this are, cool skills, fog of war revisited, no Reagan, and special ammo. Each directives give 25% additional XP with a total of 100% XP, so you can level up faster. Let's get into the build.
This thing packs a lot of fire.
We are using gunner specialization, which serve lots of useful talent on this build. This are the talents. Supply line, which generates 10% of total ammo capacity for every minute. Party member recover 5% ammo. Emplacement, gives 10% weapon handling while not moving. You need to be motionless of a second to activate the talent. Barrage, increases your rate of fire by 5% on kill for 5 seconds. Innocent, grants you 10% of your armor for every enemy kill. Coupler, every third reload is 50% faster. Hardened armor kits, repairs 100% armor and grant additional 30% armor for 10 seconds. Onslaught, increase damage of light machine gun by 15%. Next are the weapons used in this build. First, our main weapon, we will be using the exotic light machine gun, the Bullet King. This weapon has additional 10% stability and 5% critical hit chance. With core attributes of 15% LMG damage, 12% damage to target out of cover and 10% critical hit damage. This impressive gun has a talent that never needs to be reloaded, and for every 100 bullets that hit an enemy it replenishes some ammo to you and your allies. Next, our secondary weapon is the submachine gun, the M1928. This is the most powerful SMG on the game, with core attributes of 15% SMG damage, 21% critical hit chance, and 9.5% health damage. With talent strained, it gained plus 10% critical hit damage for every 0.5 second you are firing, stacks up to 5 times. Next, for our sidearm, is the P320X compact service pistol, with core attribute of 11.6% pistol damage and 5% damage to armor. Perfect preservation talents grants you 12% armor repair for 5 seconds after killing an enemy, and headshot improved the repair by another 12%. For the gear of this build, we will be using the exotic mask, the Coyote mask. With core attribute of 15% weapon damage, with additional attributes of 6% critical hit chance, 12% critical hit damage, and 11.9% critical hit damage offensive system dexterity mod. With Pack Instincts talent, you and your allies gain a bonus based on the distance of the last enemy you hit. 0 to 15 meters, adds 25% critical hit damage. 15 to 25 meters, adds 10% critical hit damage and critical hit chance. 25 meters, adds 25% critical hit chance. For the armor plate, we will be using Grupo Sombra plate, that gives additional 15% critical hit damage with a core attribute of 15% weapon damage and additional attribute of 12% critical hit damage, 6% critical hit chance, 12% critical hit damage offensive system dexterity mod. With the Obliterate talent, it increase weapon damage by 1% for every critical hits for 5 seconds, stacks up to 25 times. For this build guide we will be using 4 pieces of Negotiator's Dilemma gear. This gear provides additional 15% critical hit chance on 2 pieces of gear equipped. Additional 20% critical hit damage on 3 pieces of gear equipped. And hostile negotiations on 4 pieces of gear equipped, where every critical hits mark 3 enemies for 20 seconds, and when you critically hit a marked enemy, all other marked enemies take 60% of the damage deal. In addition to that, whenever a marked enemy dies, you gain 2% critical hit damage, stacking up to 20 times, or until combat ends. For our holster, it has core attribute of additional 15% weapon damage and 12% critical hit damage. Next gear is the Nibble backpack, with core attribute of 15% weapon damage, additional attribute of 12% critical hit damage and 12% critical hit damage offensive protocol critical mod. For this backpack talent, critical measures increase the hostile negotiation damage to marked enemies from 60% to 100%. It requires hostile negotiation talent to activate the backpack talent. For our gloves, we will be using the Mirror gloves, with core attribute of 15% weapon damage, and additional attribute of 12% critical hit damage. And the last piece of the gear is the Lowball knee pads, with core attribute of 15% weapon damage, and additional attribute of 8% weapon handling. Next part of this build are the skills. The first skill we will use is the Booster Hive. It delivers a stimulant to nearby allies that increases their weapon handling, hazard protection and melee damage. It provides additional 20% buff amount for 5 seconds. The second skill we will use is the Striker Drone. It tracks and attempts to maintain line of sight while continuously firing. Here are the build stats. We have 86,464 weapon damage, 28,792 PvP weapon damage, 42% critical hit chance, 185.9% critical hit damage, 85% headshot damage, 99.9% all weapon damage bonus, 15% assault rifle damage bonus, 30% light machine gun damage bonus, 15% submachine gun damage bonus. On solo gameplay, hunting convoys is the easiest way to level up. First, find a spot where you can clearly shoot the enemies and their respawn point, release the Booster Hive for 20% weapon handling, and since you are not moving, the Gunner's specialization talent adds 10% weapon handling. If possible, shoot all the enemies so you able to mark them, and make sure no enemies will able to flank, since you have a low armor survivability. It only take less than 2 minutes to take out a convoy, when you use this build. On group gameplay, it will be lot more easier. Team up with your powerful clan mates. You will serve as the support firepower of the group, shooting barrage of bullets, and since you are equipped with gears and talents, all buffs will also benefit the group. Leveling up will be a lot more easier and enjoyable.
Supply room access unlocked. Hostiles guarding.